Good morning, I guess. It's gray matters. Fucking 5 a.m. I'm I keep saying I'm tired, but I keep having to comment on this shit. And I do this because I swear somebody needs to hear this shit. Somebody needs to fucking listen. To all my liberal ass family members, to all my liberal ass friends on fucking YouTube and shit. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You do absolutely no damn research, and you just listen to anything anybody that hates Trump has to say. Stop drinking the fucking Kool-Aid, bro. Shit is fucking disgusting. It's getting on my damn nerves. It's been getting on my nerves. It's been years. I literally have falling outs with friends over this shit, only for the truth to come out and I turn out to be right. Like fucking always. But y'all swear I'm stupid, and it just shows how much, or not even how much, how little you think of me. And it's getting on my fucking nerves, bro. We got people that I know sharing dumbass posts from Isaiah Martin now, accusing Trump of doing an invasion. I'm not even finna get into the whole fucking shit with Elon, because Elon apologized already after making that egregious ass claim. Trump was on the Epstein list, okay, and you had your son around him. Like, word, you know what I'm saying? You had your son around him. Your son was alone. He was cool with that shit, but he was on the list. And keep in mind, the Dems have been trying to pin Epstein on Trump for fucking a while now. They tried to do that shit during the pandemic when the 2020 election was going on. They had Anonymous, even though it wasn't really Anonymous. Anonymous has been shut down for years. But Anonymous apparently came out and linked Trump with Epstein, and then you should see the pictures and the paperwork and all that shit. And it was a bunch of fucking bullshit. I debunked that shit years ago. But we're still on this shit. It's ridiculous. Okay, you want to see what it is I have to say about it? I actually put it in my post. You can read the post if you're really interested. Because the beef was fake in the first place. But I'm not gonna get too deep into that. Alright? Because I'll be wasting my fucking time. You want to find out what's going on with that damn list? Why don't you go look at what Kash Patel and Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi actually was in charge of this shit when she was the AG of Florida. So the fact that the paperwork ain't came out yet, despite Trump giving the order months ago to release the unredacted papers, you should be trying to figure that shit out. Why would somebody who's on the list want the unredacted paperwork to come out? And why is it that someone who claims to be loyal to the president isn't doing what the fuck he asked her to do? That's a whole nother thing that I'm looking at the moment. But while that's going on, we have the real invasion. Illegal ass immigrants who was here for years but didn't bother to do any fucking paperwork to make themselves legal, waving their country's flag in the streets as they destroy property, deface monuments, etc. And Gavin Newsom was going to sit his ass back and just let that shit happen, just like they did with the fucking George Floyd riots. They were going to do with this shit because it benefits them. It's going to benefit them. And then they're going to use this shit against us to try to put more regulation on us. But no one sees it that way. You always try to flip it to make it Trump's fault because he sent National Guard, which that's the reason why we have National Guard in the first place, to deal with domestic terrorism. You're mad at Trump for sending in troops to put down this bullshit and nip it in the bud. They were literally burning and defacing property. You want Trump to just do nothing and just sit back? You be mad about that shit. But because he's put troops in, now it's an invasion. The fuck? The real invasion, once again, are the people who ain't supposed to be here doing the bullshit that they're doing. Straight up. Any other time foreign people come on another country's land and start defacing property, that's an act of war at that point. You got the Mexican president and one of their senators talking about how the land is still Mexico and they sharing maps and shit. Here's some history for you. Mexico sold California, Nevada, Utah, New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Wyoming. They sold that land for $15 million to America. That is a fact. That is not propaganda. Okay? The Treaty of Guadalupe. Excuse me. I was watching Angry Man and was just chilling. I was actually about to cut everything off and go to sleep. And I opened up my fucking Facebook and this shit popped up. So this dude is trying to flip shit, pin something on Trump that ain't even, you know, Trump's fault or anything that has anything to do with Trump. I'm sick of these fucking Democrats, bro. I'm getting tired. The brainwashed motherfuckers just need to shut the fuck up. You just need to shut the hell up. And then the people who are instigating this bullshit, y'all need to be packed the fuck up. It is getting to that point. It is really getting to that point. And then we got these dumbasses in the comment section. I don't even feel like reading all of this shit because it's the most fucked up shit. Like, for example, this guy says, but no National Guard on January the 6th. Trump was requested National Guard that day and he was denied. That's literally what the fuck happened. He was denied. And then what's even more hilarious is that people were like, well, it was his people. He was going to let it happen. Like, are you serious? Are y'all still comparing what happened on J6 to these riots out here? If J6 was really that fucking bad, a lot of your favorite senators and your favorite Congress people would be dead right now. Because best believe, any MAGA individual, any patriot, if we really wanted to take some shit over, we'd show up guns blazing. Wouldn't be no let's protest and march. Wouldn't be none of that shit. And it was even more fucked up because I've already covered this shit too, as in my older videos. The people who were causing problems weren't even Trump supporters. They were Fed agents disguised as Trump supporters. And we actually got proof on that shit. No one looked that up though. That didn't come out in the news. Which is why I say stop looking at everything from media. Because they're going to leave shit out to skew your viewpoint of our current sitting president. While you were simultaneously going to vote, is this one for the black people, all right, that voted for Kamala at an 80% rate, the women at 93% rate. Y'all was hating on Trump, but you was going to vote in a woman who was literally going to justify the murder of our fucking entire race. Yes, I'm talking about Planned Parenthood. Any bitch that gets online promoting abortion, you're promoting Margaret Singer, you're promoting Eugenics, you're promoting genocide. Abortion was created for black people. Margaret Sanger seen us as weeds that needed to be exterminated. That's why abortion exists. And that's why there's a bunch of abortion clinics everywhere in, you know, impoverished urban areas where a bunch of black folks just happen to live at. And the woman whose whole campaign was ran on abortion and quote unquote female empowerment and women's rights, y'all were trying so desperately to put that bitch in office. We was gonna have a hoe in office, a hoe that sucked and fucked her way to the top and really doesn't give a damn about black folk and done nothing but damage to the black community and was going to promote abortion to do even further damage to the black community. There's a reason why our population is still only 13% of America. And it's been that way for years, decades. Makes no damn sense. But it be our fucking people posting bullshit like this. Like, I'm too damn tired to even go deep into all the fucking details. Anybody who's been watching my channel, you can just go back and just watch the older fucking videos on the type of shit I talk about. Okay, like, this has already been covered. This is why I've been silent for so damn long. I have nothing else to talk about. I'm just repeating myself. I've been repeating myself. And instead of people listening, I'm seeing more of this propaganda being pushed out to the public. And I'm seeing more dumbasses just lining up, regurgitating the same shit. Like, I get it. The majority of America is not on this dog shit because a lot of us really wanted to get these fucking illegals the fuck up out of here. And my mindset at this point is by any means necessary. Especially when I know they're planning more quote unquote protests all over America and other cities, which I already know they're not fucking protests. Especially after what the fuck happened in LA. They're about to have another George Floyd incident, or at the very least they're planning the shit. So even if you want to be like, oh, Trump is losing control, well, how is he losing control if all you're doing is setting the groundwork for him to have more control anyway? Because all these riots are about to do is force him to have to enact martial law. That's all it's going to do. And if he does enact martial law, I'm going to smile. Yes, at this point, I will fucking smile. Mass deportations, mass arrests, get these motherfuckers the fuck up out of here. Get Gavin Newsom's ass the fuck, bro. I swear, if I was in charge of ICE, I wouldn't just arrest Newsom. I would live stream that shit and chuckle as we manhandle his ass and throw his ass in the back of the fucking car, straight up. Hell, bro, that'd be the first day I light a blunt, laughing to the shit. Fucking crack a cold one with the boys. Yeah, we got Newsom in the back. Fuck you mean? Get these governors the fuck up out of here. These woke ass liberal governors that committed treason and allowed these invaders to come into America and do this shit. And then to lie about the economy. If you really look into the economy, you'll realize that we're actually doing just fine. Inflation is going in reverse. Things are going in reverse. Shit is getting cheaper. Your Chinese products that you're probably getting online ain't getting cheaper. But the American made shit is getting a lot cheaper. Just saying. And Trump also just struck a new deal with China. Why don't you look that shit up? It's no longer 140% tariffs. It's now 55%. No one's reading though. And no one's giving a damn. You're just watching news and sharing bullshit like this because you have this hate boner for Trump that how the fuck you even have that shit in the first place is beyond me. It's like, bro, I can't imagine being told to hate somebody and then hating them just because I was told to hate them. Like when everybody is hating on one guy, I begin to question why, and I start to research the person. Like, okay, what the fuck did this dude do? I want to know what he actually did to get these niggas that damn mad. And then when I did more research on Trump, and I found out what was really going on, and I realized that it was just a bunch of propaganda and lawfare against him, I was like, oh, I get it now. He about to do something revolutionary, and these people in the government don't want that shit to fucking happen. And sure enough, that's exactly what it is. They're also fighting real hard to make it to where we still have to pay taxes. Trump's trying to eliminate income tax. They fighting that right now. But whatever. Keep believing Trump's the bad guy. I don't give a fucking damn anymore. He's the president. Whatever the fuck he does is whatever the fuck he does. And it's going to be real hilarious. Because you're going to benefit from the shit and still be angry. That's the ridiculous part about all this. But I'm done. Peace.